everyone? This is Jorge with Jorge's Auto Detailing right here in Fresno, California. Today we got this full interior detail on this Camry. We're gonna extract it, get the door panels, the dash, the middle console. Stick around, let's get it.
All right, Jorge, so how do you get this customer?
This customer through Instagram.
Instagram?
They DM'd me, so they wanted a full interior detail. So yeah, through Instagram, we booked from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it that we're doing on this one?
We're gonna do a full interior detail, which is air purge all the cracks and crevices, deep scrub with the little brush to get in all the areas, extract the seats, the carpet, and like the dash, the steering wheel, the door panels, all the plastics on the inside.
And all right, be honest though. On a scale 1 to 10, how dirty is this car?
Probably like a 9.
A 9?
9, 10.
Dang.
It's mostly the seats.
Okay.
The seats are mostly the bad things about it. But other than that, everything else is pretty clean. It's just the seats that need more attention to it.
Why?
The customer said that it was just a lot of like water spilling, but it looks more than that.
Is it because they're like lighter color seats?
Yeah, it's mostly because it's a light color fabric. So with that, you're able to see everything you spill. You're able to see like it brings it up to the surface because it's a light color fabric. So and then with these, it's a little bit harder to work on because you're still gonna see some stains after just because it's so light. Now,
because it is a lighter fabric, do you have to use any different materials for this type of job?
No, for every job it's the same thing. You're gonna have to put a little bit more work into these seats because they're so light. So say like if it was a black fabric, you won't be able to you'll be able to work on it a little bit faster. But with this color, you have to take a little bit more time with it. But it's the same process and everything. Okay,
so materials are all the same. If anything, it's just more intense labor.
Yeah, a little bit more labor because you're trying to make the best out of these seats because they're so light and they're already they have a good amount of stains. You're trying to do a little bit more better job with this color fabric.
Alright, bro, you said you're doing a full interior on this car, right?
Yeah, full interior detail.
So how long would this take?
Like 4 to 5 hours. But I mean, it just takes it takes more time drying the seats when it's like this type of fabric that's so cushiony. It takes longer to dry, so me working on it like 4 hours, but probably take like an hour and a half drying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, would it take the same amount of time if you had someone else?
Now it'll probably be less. Like it would probably take like 2 hours if I had somebody else. I would have been on the seats carpet already, and he would have been doing the rest of the scrubbing on the dash, the doors, and everything. So it would have been quicker having 2 people.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how many years have you been detailing for?
It's already been like fully like around 4 to 5 years already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that in the beginning it would take you just as long, or have you improved as time has gone?
In the beginning, it would take me like 6-7 hours.
Dang, 6-7 hours.
I didn't have a good rhythm or anything like. I didn't have nothing planned. I would just go straight to the car, not knowing what to do. But with the experience, you already know, like, oh, you start here first, then you go to the door panels. You just work yourself. It's like a little puzzle.
Yeah.
So it's you get more with the experience you have. It's way quicker. So at first it would take me longer. Now it's way quicker. It's way quicker now.
Now we just stepped into January 2022.
Yeah.
What are your goals for your business?
Honestly, just get more customers, and hopefully in summer I'm gonna need help. So if everything goes good, I'll get a helper this summer.
Hey, there you go. So if anyone's out there wants to work in the Fresno area detailing, hit my boy Jorge up. So what you charge for something like this?
All right, for this one I charge $200, which I try to give them a good deal because we know this customer, so we know them. But I try to give them a good price, so it was $200. But if somebody like a regular customer would have hit me up for an interior like this, it would have been close to $300, like $280 or $250, but the $300 range.
Is that all depending on how dirty the car is, or is that just like your base price?
No, that's depending how dirty the car is.
Okay, what's a base price for an interior?
The base price is $200.
200?
Yeah, started.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what did you used to charge before?
Oh, when I first started, I would charge like $60. I would charge like $60 for the whole interior detail.
For the whole thing?
For the whole thing.
Wait, including like seats and all that, or
seats and carpet, the doors, the dashboard, the middle console, yeah.
So a full interior for $60.
Yeah, that's when I first started. That's how much I was charging. I don't know, like, I had knowledge of detailing, but it was my first time actually like servicing customers. So that's how much I would charge.
And what do the customers tell you?
Well, some would be like, "Oh, that's too cheap," and then some would actually complain. Some would complain that that's too expensive for them, and some would be like, "Oh no, like here, like $100." But it just depends what customer it was.
And now, do you still get those customers that say that, "Oh no, it's too much"?
Honestly, I don't. Ever since I raised up my prices, I'm getting more customers that
they know what they want.
They know what they want, yeah. So now that my prices are raised up and everything, I get more clientele that's more knowledgeable about detailing.
Okay, yeah. So now that you're more like established, basically, right?
More established.
Okay, so people already know what you're about, how you work.
They know what my work. I mean, I post all the time, so they see everything. But yeah, when I was first starting, nobody knew who I was, so obviously they were iffy.
What's the biggest struggle you've had for this detail right here?
For this detail was, I mean, honestly, the biggest struggle, I mean, everything was smooth. Pretty much just the seats, I mean, they were bad, so they needed more attention. But that was pretty much the biggest struggle. The carpet was fine. The plastics were good. So yeah, pretty much the seats.
Just the seats?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about using an extractor, though?
The hardest part of the extractor is probably the heat that it produces. It makes you sweat a lot. But yeah, pretty much the extractor, I mean, it produces a lot of heat, so you gotta be careful, wear gloves, and just be careful with it because the water that comes out, it is pretty hot.
Can you burn yourself?
Yeah, I actually burned myself a couple times when I was first using it. But yeah, that's why you just gotta be careful with it.
What's the hardest part to extract on a car?
On the car, it'd probably be the carpet, because there's a lot of areas that you can't really get into with it, and you try to get in everything, but pretty much the carpet.
What do you do to get around that?
You could use the towel. You could spray the water and the shampoo in the towel and scrub it with this, and then just vacuum it up. But yeah, pretty much a towel and the extractor. That's pretty much all you need.
Have you ever torn any fabric inside of a car?
Luckily I haven't. I haven't done any of that. Luckily nothing has ever happened to me. But you can do it though if you scrub too hard, or if you don't know how to use a drill brush. I don't like using drill brushes for the same reason, because sometimes you don't know how old the fabric is or how delicate it is. So you just gotta be careful with the fabric and just know what you're working with.
Is there ever a time you would recommend a drill brush, or just stay away from it?
Well, I just stay away from them just because the way that I see people use it, it looks kind of scary. Like you could actually damage some fabric with it because how hard the little drill brushes are. But I stay away from them. But a lot of detailers like to use them. But it's just your preference.
What are you hooking up right now, bro?
Right now, just a little, it's a blower, like an air dryer basically, to dry the seats faster. Just so it would dry up good, and when I give it to the customer, it won't be wet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do this? Like, do you take this everywhere, or?
No, it's just right here when I do it right here at my location.
Mm-hmm.
Because since they are gonna pick it up, it's not at their house. They're gonna pick it up here. So when they pick it up, I don't want it to be wet. Alright, so there you guys have it. We did this full interior detail on this Toyota Camry. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe on this video. You guys could follow me on Instagram at Jorges_auto detailing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.